Behind me is 20,000 tons of plastics, and they were all gathered within just this area. The reason is this man and his team buys them and turns it into fashionable bags. I want you to tell me your personal story. How did you end up with trashy bags?
I was a professional archaeologist.
A professional archaeologist?
Yes, so I've supported a lot of research work in the area of archaeology, mostly in Ghana here. I worked also restoring cultural relics. So because of that, I had an attachment also with museums, monuments in Ghana here, and then also at some point in time in the Netherlands. But there's one of the fascinating things that I saw. You know, archaeologists, at some point in time, we do excavations, we dig, and then we had this excavation in the eastern corridor of Ghana, and then I saw so much plastics in the pit.
So much plastic?
Yeah, already. So there will be a time, hundreds and hundreds of years, when the people come and excavate that, and then they say, what kind of people lived here that they to be able to create all this mess?
Scientists have confirmed that these fishes consume the microplastics, which end up on our plates when we buy them. So of course, there should be a big problem for every individual who is more concerned about the environment.
Oh, this is huge.
Yes. Yeah. If we were not existing, over 250,000 of these for 16 years now. And the kind of quantities of plastics that has been taken off the streets. It started very minimally with a few workers.
So as you can see, originally it comes in the form of a purse, right?
Okay.
So in this case, once you get to the grocery store, you unzip it nicely like
Can
this.
I unzip mine now?
Most definitely.
Okay, because I'm curious.
Sure, so you unzip it nicely like this, open it up.
Oh, wow.
I'm the person of Derek Obla Haji, and I actually run this place called the Green Hub, more or less like a combination of a showroom where we showcase most of our products just for passers-by to have a feel of it, and also to create that kind of awareness for everybody, especially in the environment. So just this year, we've been able to host like 2 green events.
When you say green events,
right,
what does that mean?
So it's more like an event that is geared towards sustainability, but the main focus is on combating plastic pollution, right? One of the events we hosted was organized by MPAP. Yeah, so Ghana Plastic Action Partnership Program, which was hosted here, and we had a number of people from the waste management ecosystem who were here. We had a number of brainstorming just to bring up ideas that can help to combat the bigger problem of plastic pollution. Anything that has to do with sustainability, we give space for that.
I quite remember there was a program similar to what you just described called is it Green Ghana, where we were asked to plant trees across the country.
Yeah, and interestingly, I've been the participant of the Green Ghana project.
Okay.
Yeah, that was way back in the year 2018, where I helped in planting about 7 million tree species across the country, helping to restore trees that have been lost by a number of activities like illegal mining, among other things.
What is Trashy Bags?
Trashy Bags Africa, that is the new name now.
So that is the new name?
Yeah, so before we were called Trashy Bags.
Trashy Bags. Okay.
But we are under a new management, so we've done a couple of restructuring. So now we are called Trashy Bags Africa, which means that we intend to have visibility in other parts of the continent, Africa, and not just focus on just Ghana. Plastic pollution is a big problem, and it's not just situated here in Ghana. We are actually a social enterprise. What we do is we upcycle discarded plastic water sachet. What we call discarded plastic water sachet, simply put, you can say the pure water rubbers, right? Pure water rubber is actually a heat-sealed plastic that stores about 500 ml of safe drinking water. We have a number of the local water manufacturing companies that are springing up by the day. Our statisticians have even lost count of the number of local water manufacturing companies that are beginning to spring up. We have tons of them here spread across just in Greater Accra alone. So, I mean, we have the various consumers, which are the households. One of the most noticeable places where you can actually find this water sachet are places where have been congested by large numbers. If I say large numbers, I mean human beings, right? Okay. So the market is one particular place where you find a lot of this water sachet, because then again, looking at their activities, they tend to drink a lot of this water. So at some point, you find them at the restaurants. And the reason is simple. I mean, is very affordable compared to the other types of water that we drink, like the water bottles. Looking at our economy as a country, we are more dominated by the low-income economy. As a result, they are compelled to drink more from this, affordable water sachet.
What relation does what you do here have with all those plastic bottles outside?
Okay, statistics have shown that about 63% of Ghanaians source their safe drinking water from the water sachet. So unfortunately, we don't have, proper waste disposal practices here in Ghana. It simply implies that we have lots of this water sachet in abundance as a major source of raw material.
I've never thought of that as a raw material before.
Right.
Out of the materials on the market, a good example is leather and fabrics and I don't know, is it tie and dye? Yeah. All these things are there. So why do you choose to capitalize on these plastic bags as a raw material?
Our main focus is to reclaim more of this discarded plastic water sachet that otherwise end up on the landfills or even on the streets, and also clogging our gutters, also destroying marine species in the oceans.
Do you go in there physically to get these things out? Like, do you have a project or like a service project that all of the team members of this company go out there and dig these things up?
So one of the major things we also do is we have a partnership, or we have a number of partnerships, and one of them is with the local waste collectors. We're looking at the waste value chain. We have the waste pickers, the waste collectors, and also finally to the recycling companies.
Okay.
So these waste collectors collect tons of these plastics, discarded plastics from the various households, and then they bring it to our factory. We have a weighing scale at the factory where we weigh the plastic that have been received in kilos, and then we pay them according to how much have been received.
That sounds like a good business.
No, definitely,
Maybe I should try that. How much would you pay me for like a barrel of raw materials? I think it's a good motivation for people to actually keep these things instead of just throwing them around.
Exactly.
Like, we find them everywhere.
Exactly. The more water sachet you bring, the more money you get for your efforts.
How durable are your products?
Plastics itself takes a very long time to break down, and we can all attest to over 400 years for a plastic to decompose. So plastic being our main raw material, then it again should reinform your decision that our products will definitely last long.
Who are your target markets?
Actually, everybody who is concerned about the environment.
That is literally the 31 million population of Ghana right now, because everyone should be concerned about the environment.
Yes.
Talking about someone who doesn't have the mindset.
Right.
Okay, so how would you convince someone like that to patronize your product? Why should I even care about where I throw my plastic bags?
When it rains, it washes them into the gutters. It also gets into our oceans eventually, which clogs our oceans, also affecting marine lives. And scientists have confirmed that these fishes consume the microplastics, which end up on our plates when we buy them. So of course, there should be a big problem for every individual who is more concerned about the environment.
Oh, so it's more like a cause and effect. It comes back to us, whether you acknowledge it or not. What are some of the challenges that you face here?
Okay, so here at the Grain Hub, one of our major challenges has to do with affordability.
Okay.
Right, so an average Ghanaian comes in here, he loves the idea about upcycling. He or she loves the idea so much. They are very happy that our wastes have now been turned into something very useful for the site. But then again, being able to afford it becomes a big challenge. That's one of our major hurdles here. Whereas the expats, the diasporans, the African Americans, they are very excited to want to buy more of our products and take back to their home country to showcase to their people that this is what Trashy Bag is actually doing. I'll just take you around, for you to see the various products made from the trash, as we call it, and then give you some interesting background.
So what is this one like?
Yeah, so as you can see, these are actually from discarded water sachet.
Okay.
So what we popularly call the pure tarab is here. Inside, as you can see, they are all lined with the water sachet.
Okay.
And this we call the cosmetic bag, and it's completely waterproof because it's made from the water sachet. Right, yes. The good thing about this particular product, or the good thing about our products, is that it has a second option to recycle.
Okay.
So in this case, this is an upcycled product. Okay. But when it becomes worn out at some point, you can, you know, have the second option of recycling into what we call the plastic pellets, and that can be used for making all forms of products, like even the construction frame, where you can use them to construct roads as well. So yeah, in South Africa, it's happening now. We have a construction frame that is mixing different kinds of plastics with other, you know, construction materials.
Has any kind of innovation like that happened in Ghana yet?
I'm yet to find out. I know of one organization called Neoplast.
Neoplast?
Yes, it's a Ghanaian-owned organization, and it's using, you know, this plastic pellets to make, you know, building blocks. And
here in Ghana?
Yeah, here in Ghana. So you can see a number of organizations are doing their bit. Yes.
But this is different. This is more like a fabric.
Yes.
Right.
So I was expecting you to ask this question.
Okay.
Right? I know you've spoken about plastics all this while.
Exactly.
Yeah. Aside the discarded water sachet, which you realize that most Ghanaians drink from, we also found out that there are other forms of, you know, waste materials which are also, you know, polluting the environment, and one of them has to do with the fabrics. So when you go to the tailors, you go to the fashion designers and seamsters, usually they sew these nice clothes, and then, you know, they are off-cut pieces. Because they trim excesses, which becomes a form of waste material. So we decided that, okay, why don't we liaise with it, people, and then take most of these waste materials from them. And the interesting thing is that we don't just take the materials, but then again, we pay them for their efforts. Once there's money involved, you know, it always gives them that kind of motivation. So this goes for 110 cedis.
110 cedis.
This goes for 70 cedis. So the only difference is the waste material used here. So over here on this shop, we have a display of laptop bags, right? So these are laptop bags, or what we call here the laptop sleeves. So we have them, right? Thank you. We have them in two sizes. We have the 15-inch laptop sleeve and then the 13-inch laptop sleeve. So what you're holding right now is a 15-inch laptop sleeve.
Okay.
And this is made completely from the off-cut fabric. Inside is lined with a protective foam. So you can feel the foam inside.
Yeah.
And it's really firm and very strong as well. Yes, that's what.
What about this one?
Yes, so that's a very good question. You know, we can't have a laptop bag made from the off-cut fabric and not have a laptop bag made from the water sachet. So just like the off-cut fabric, this is made completely from the water sachet.
So all these ones here are laptop bags?
Yes, they're all laptop bags.
Tell me your personal story. How did you end up working here?
That's an interesting question, right? Yeah, so, you know, before I joined Trashy Bags, I've been a staunch advocate for climate change, right? So I've been volunteering with a number of organizations, you know, from One Environment, Plastic Punch. Even back at school, I co-founded an organization called Rotaract Club. So I was a co-founder and happened to be the first general secretary. So as part of our activities, we did a number of, you know, environmental outreaches where we visited a number of schools, you know, at the various levels, and then we educate them about the importance of keeping the environment clean from all forms of, you know, plastics. Right after school, I mean, right after my national service, I chanced on Trashy Bags for the first time. I came here with a friend, my Swiss friend, and I was really, really wowed by the product. So I got to see that, oh, this is definitely in line with what I have been doing all this while.
So just for fun, what university was it, and what did you major? And how does it relate to what you do here?
Yeah,
or this more like a passion project?
No, not at all. So first of all, I attended University for Development Studies in the Northern region, yes. And my major in environmental resource management. So of course, I mean, there's some kind of correlation.
Related, yes.
Exactly.
What are these bags?
Yes, so this is actually one of my favorite products, right? It has this surprise element. With this particular product, we call it a smart bag.
A smart bag?
Yes.
Like a smartphone smart bag.
Yeah, no, wait, don't just take your time.
Okay,
Yeah,
let me hold on.
Yeah, just take your time.
Hold on,
so,
okay.
This is a smart bag, and of course, it's for smart people. You are very smart. Our viewers are smart, so.
Now I'm curious to see what's inside.
Most definitely. So as you can see, originally it comes in the form of a purse, right?
Okay.
Basically, this is to replace the single-use plastics that we usually take at the various retail outlets or the malls. You go to the malls, you buy a single piece of item, and you get different forms of plastics for it. And it's really, really frustrating because once you are done, you have to throw it away. Right, so our focus is to, you know, replace that with this particular bag. The innovation behind this is that this comes in the form of a purse. You don't really have to hold it. So in this case, once you get to the grocery store, you know, you unzip it nicely like
Can
this.
I unzip mine now?
Most definitely.
Okay, because I'm curious.
Sure, so you unzip it nicely like this, open it up.
Oh wow, Okay.
So
okay.
right, so
okay.
it gives you a very big bag.
Oh, this is so cool. Like, this is just so cool. I didn't imagine this was it.
Right, so
wow.
that's the surprise element behind this. And this gives you a very big bag. And this can store up to 20 kilos.
What is this space used for?
There are times where we host a number of meetings here, like presentations. We have organizations who will come and then, do their own presentations here. So this is actually a partnership we have with a UK charity called School in the Bag. Basically, what School in the Bag does is this sorts funding globally from a number of corporations worldwide, and the focus is to provide essential educational material to kids, particularly in deprived communities. So here in Ghana, Trashy Bags Africa, we are the official distribution partners.
Okay.
Fill it up completely with the essential learning material. So it's funds, sourced externally, and then we give it out to kids here in Ghana, particularly in the deprived communities. Okay. So over the last 3 years, about 5,000 of these school bags have been distributed already. And these are all dependent on funds that have been sourced from these corporate organizations worldwide. Yes. Oh, okay. So it's not just with the corporate organization, but then again, we always call on individuals who are interested in the project, like individuals who want to put smiles on the face of kids in these deprived communities. And then there can be some commitments, financial commitments. Say, you know what, I want to support like 100 people, I want to support 50 people. Okay. And we always welcome to, partner with them in this kind of project. So these are some of our activities that we're undertaking. So here's also another space for displaying some of our products, which are also up for sale. So
is this a mat?
Right.
Oh, wow.
So this we call the picnic blankets. This is completely water sachet, right? Okay. The back is completely water sachet. Let me just show you how it comes originally. Okay. So this is how the picnic blanket is.
Oh, this is one of them.
This is how it is actually.
Okay, I want to see how it looks.
Yes, so this is how it is. And then this is the handle.
Okay.
It has the color pattern. So the color pattern gives you an idea of how the color will be when you unfold it. Okay. So I'll just open it up for you to see. And it's very light in weight. You can just hold it.
Do you need help?
I'll quickly. No, I mean, this is very simple to fold. So I'll just do that right away. So as you can see right here, you just remove the handle and then roll it up on the ground.
Okay.
And then you're good to go.
Oh wow!
And that's just that.
This is just so
it's really
beautiful.
nice, and you can see the color patterns. I mean, it makes it rather right. So let me just fold it nicely again for you to see. And it's really easy to fold, so I can do it alone. I mean, it doesn't require two people. Okay. And this is a lunch box.
This one can feed the whole family. Look at how big it looks, guys. Look at how big it looks.
So these are just
okay, to fill it up.
Yeah, to fill it up, to give it that.
These are like more.
So this is a gym bag.
Luggages.
This is gym bag or a duffel bag, as you would want to call it.
Okay.
The outside is completely of cut fabric, but the inside is lined with a scattered water sachet. And it has a number of pockets, as you can see.
Okay. Oh, that's beautiful.
These are completely, water sachet.
How much does this one go for?
So this goes for 350.
350.
Right. These are products from Unilever.
This is beautiful.
Yes, these are products from Unilever. It's a demonstration of how Unilever products can also be turned into something like this. So at the moment we are just doing demonstrations. So these are just samples, right? This is also another product from the jute bags, as you can see. Yes, so these are from jute bags. Inside is lined with the water. So this is a bespoke product which was made for Pernod Ricard.
What is Pernod Ricard?
It's the second largest producer of spirits in the world. Okay. And these are used for alcoholic beverages. Okay. So they made. So they put a number of alcoholic drinks inside. So this is a bespoke product for Pernod Ricard, and it's a huge deal. So this, as you can see, is made from waste advertising billboard sheets.
You guys are using everything on the street.
Anything that is waste, you are not just taking it from the street, but giving the second lease of life.
Oh, okay.
So inside is the office.
Okay, so this is where you do all your official work.
Yes, we do our administrative work and all our operational works in there. So that is our office. This space is called a greenhouse. Yes, for storing most of our products, for sales.
I'm seeing some beautiful mannequin, and that is not the name.
Yes, it's a mannequin. That is the right
one.
Yes,
that's the right word.
Dressed nicely in this beautiful gown.
How did you come up with such a beautiful idea?
Yeah, so this has a very interesting story behind it. Actually, this dress is an award-winning dress. One lady called Sida, she wore this dress to an event which was geared towards raising funds for kids with hole in hearts. She thought it wiser, why don't I collaborate with Trashy Bag? So we partnered together and then we co-designed this beautiful dress. She wore it to the event, and unfortunately it won the best dress of the night. And it has been able to raise significant amount of money to help kids, particularly with hole in heart. So as I said before, social impact is the key thing here with trashy bags.
So right now, is it going for sale?
No. So this is not also for sale. This for display purposes. Just to tell the story. So let everybody know that, you know what, this dress won the best dress.
I've come to learn so much from you and the great moment we've had.
Let's be ambassadors of positive environmental change, because I mean the environment is just one, and once the earth is destroyed, we have nowhere else to go. And let's bear in mind, we have the next generation who also are supposed to enjoy this earth.
Boss, I do YouTube video. Yeah. How is your recruiting process? Maybe some of the youth who are watching this want to work.
It's interesting.